name is Cameron Cook, and today I'm going to tell you how to make the best chocolate chip cookies you've ever tasted. Paula Deen once said, "Nothing is better than a hot chocolate chip cookie right out of the oven with a tall glass of cold milk." Today, hopefully you learn how to make the best chocolate chip cookies you ever tasted. And I almost forgot my assistant. Cookies! The materials you will need to make the best cookies in the world will be a half cup measuring cup, 3/4 cup, and a cup. You also need a wooden spoon, a metal spoon, a knife, a butter knife, and then some teaspoons. You will also need this plastic bowl, or any plastic bowl, and a metal bowl. Also, use this pan to catch any dry stuff that you miss into the bowl. And this is your baking sheet for your cookies. And you will also need a mixer and a spatula. For your ingredients, you will need some pure sugar, some pure baking powder, some all-purpose flour, secret ingredient which is Crisco sticks. You need 2 bags of chocolate chunks, or any type of chocolate you want in your cookies, light brown sugar, and pure granulated sugar. You also need vanilla and salt. First step in making the world's best cookies is to preheat the oven to 375. Step 2, you take 2½ cups of flour, a ½ teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of baking powder into a medium mixing bowl. Once everything's in the bowl, you want to mix it with a wooden spoon until you see all the stuff mixed together. For step 3, you want to take your dry ingredients and set them aside because you are done with them for right now. Then you want to take your Crisco butter stick. You're going to open it. And put it in there. Throw this on the side. Then you want to add sugar, which is 3/4 cup of sugar into here. Then you want to add your 3/4 cup of brown sugar, firmly packed. Make sure it's packed. And then vanilla, which you need, is 1 teaspoon. Then you want to take all your ingredients mixed from step 3 and move them or go to a spot where there's an electric mixer right here. You want to start on low until it gets a little bit mixed together, and then go up a little bit higher. And then once it's all done, or once it's mixed well enough, you're going to add the eggs and beat them in. And then your mixture should look like this. Ready? Once everything's mixed together, you want to make sure you got to clean off your beaters because you got to use it for something else. So you want to make sure you unplug it, and then you take like a knife or something and get all the extra off. You're now done with the electric mixer, so you need to get your wooden spoon for this step. And you're going to gradually add your dry ingredients that you mixed and into the wet mix that we just did with the electric mixer. Next step is to add whatever chocolate pieces you want. If you want, I chose chocolate chunks. If you want 2 batches, you use 1 bag per batch. Once you get all your cookie dough rolled into balls, you're going to take it over and put it into the oven for around 15 minutes, depending on how hot your oven is and how good of an oven you have. Okay, after your cookies bake for 15 minutes is what I did on my oven, but it may vary how hot your temperature of your oven is and stuff. After you wait 2 minutes after out of the oven, you want to take a hot pan holder and make sure you don't burn yourself, and just put them onto a cooler. So after you put them onto the cooling rack, you wait until they're cool so you don't burn yourself when you pick them up. And you can eat one if you want, or if you want to put them in a container, put a piece of bread in with it, and it keeps the cookies soft. Last step is to enjoy. Cookie! Nom nom nom! I hope today you learned how to make the very best cookies in the world. And always remember, there's nothing better than a very hot chocolate chip cookie right out of the oven with a tall glass of white milk. Con los terroristas. Harlem Shake.